All right, here we go. Period number 2 underway, folks. Nantucket won their face-off here. Start off the period the right way. Jenkinson's down deep in the North Quincy zone. Tries to dump it out in front. Carter Snell winds up, takes a shot, and this is, Nantucket scrambling in the front and it's tied up now by the Red Raider goalie. Nantucket had a couple of swings at it but couldn't connect with the puck to drive it home. And Austin Starr loses the draw. Dump behind the Red Raider goal. It's picked up by Jenkinson, who dishes it up front. Ethan Fye comes outside the zone. Snell dumps it inadvertently to a Red Raider player. Tries to get a shot off. Does. And it's dumped back to a Red Raider player right in front. Winds up, takes a shot on goal, but wasn't very effective. The Red Raiders now take another shot on goal, miss wide over Culkin's shoulder. And Nantucket trying to work it out of the zone, finally does. Icing is called off. The Red Raiders take possession again in their own zone. Unable to get it by Jenkinson. Jenkinson trying to work a little magic around ineffectively. Red Raiders now playing a little body. Pick it up behind their net. Now trying to work it out. Escaped by one Nantucket player. Now they're coming up the right side. And get into the Nantucket zone somehow. Miss wide to the left. Red Raiders unable to keep it in the zone. Western, North Quincy fighting over it in the neutral zone. North Quincy comes up with it. Three groups behind the net. Backward pass to one of their players who picks it up on the half boards now. Pushes it up to the neutral zone. And North Quincy dumps it in for a change. Ethan Fye now winding up behind his net. Flips it up into the neutral zone, but it's picked up by North Quincy. The D-men go D to D, unable to connect, lose it in the neutral zone, and Nantucket dumps it back in. North Quincy's going to try again now to get it out of their zone. Unable to connect with a winger. Nantucket picks it up and dumps it right back in again. A little ping pong game going here right now. Nobody's really able to do anything effectively with the puck. North Quincy now finally comes up with it and is working it up to the center of the ice. Dumps it in for a dump and chase. Matty Davidson and one of the North Quincy players race for it. It's a tie. Nantucket comes up with it now. Simon Johnson up to the neutral zone, tries to get a shot off, loses control of the puck. And is rubbed off deep in the corner. Somehow comes up with the puck again. Simon Johnson, one of the Red Raiders, fighting for it now. Jenkinson comes up with it through the feet of the players and takes a shot which goes up into the net. So we'll have another face-off down in the North Quincy zone, as that one looks to be deflected off of one of the North Quincy players. Austin Starr taking the drop. Wins the draw back. Jenkinson picked it up, fanned on the shot. North Quincy picks it up, dumps it in, trying to gain possession of it back deep into the zone. Do come up with it in the corner. North Quincy now looking for someone in front. Nobody's home. Nantucket dumps it back into the neutral zone where North Quincy finds it and dumps it right back in. Ethan Fye now picks it up behind the net. Works it around to Carter Snell. Bumps it off the boards, trying to connect, but unable to. Red Raiders still trying to get possession of it. Can't. Snell trying to work it out of the zone. Regains possession, comes up to the center of the ice. Drops it back to the point to Lester, who fires it. And it's deflected directly up into the I-beams of the ceiling. And we'll have a face-off inside the Red Raider zone. Ben Lombardi taking the draw. Another draw. Red Raiders pick it up now, moving it through the neutral zone. Dumps it back, a give and go. Almost made a give and go shot there in the slot, unable to connect again. Simon Johnson charging hard now up to the left-hand side of the Red Raiders. Throws in, shoots it, and dumps it right in. Simon Johnson working a little magic. On the jet shot over the goalie's shoulder, making it a 2-1 game. 3 minutes and 51 seconds into the second period. Whalers come out and draw blood. And the Red Raiders win that draw off the center dot. Dump it in again. Natty Davidson picks it up. Oh, Red Raiders pick up an errant shot and get a shot off the post. Almost a quick tie. Red Raiders trying to work down deep into the Nantucket zone. Oh, and a shot right from point-blank range. The Red Raiders missed the net. Nantucket has to stop standing around in their defensive zone. They're allowing the Red Raiders way too much time to do something with the puck. Now they're being aggressive on them, leaving the points unmanned though in an effort to try to quell them down deep. All 5 Nantucket players down deep in their zone there, which could have been costly if they could have got it out to the point. Now Ben Lombardi moves it deep into the North Quincy zone, tries to wrap it around, but picked up in the rear by our North Quincy player. North Quincy now trying to work it out. Going up there right side. The winger moves it up to the neutral zone, decides to keep it. Gets it in deep into the Nantucket zone, flips a backhand off. Culkin's able to fend that off to his left. North Quincy unable to keep control. Have it batted away deep down into their own zone. Come up now trying to get it through the neutral zone, but Nantucket picks it off. Picked up again by North Quincy. We have Tyler O'Keefe trying to pick it up and do something with it. Nantucket keeps it in the North Quincy zone. Gavin Fye down in the corner dishes it up, trying to anyways, to Carter Snell. Picked off by North Quincy, and in turn picked off by Snell, who dumps it back in deep as Nantucket has to clear out the zone. North Quincy, deep, long pass, gets it into the zone, and Nantucket fishes it off to the left. And give and go, and North Quincy right back with a goal. It ties it up again with 9:13 left in the second period. Again, Nantucket doing an awful lot of looking and not an awful lot of body bumping out there. Nantucket obviously needs to be more aggressive in the defensive zone. They're letting North Quincy walk in. And they're doing an awful lot of puck watching, and that could be costly for them if they're not careful. Oh, a big fight for the puck in the neutral zone. Who's going to come up? North Quincy wins. Dishes it back in, and they are able to get it in. Back-to-back goals, less than 13 seconds or so. North Quincy comes right back in. Gets the Red Raiders up 3-2 now. And that was a textbook crashing of the net on North Quincy's part. All the players crashed right into the front of the net and couldn't allow James Culkins to do anything with that puck. Nantucket, I believe, calls a timeout now, trying to regroup. I would imagine the Nantucket coaches are telling them to stop watching the puck down in their zone. A lot of puck watching going on. It's being very costly right now against Nantucket. Nantucket really needs to start playing the body and keep North Quincy out wide. They don't want their players to be able to get in front of our goalie and give them any scoring opportunities. That could be deadly for a team, especially the Whalers now trying to conclude their regular season here with a season that could possibly produce their first undefeated season. And I know that all of the players are probably thinking about that right now, and if I were the coaches, I'd be telling them to get that out of their mind and start thinking about playing this particular game. Let the game fall as it will, but start playing the game 1 minute at a time here. North Quincy again dominating the face-off circle tonight here. Winning the draw back at Nantucket, able to pick it back up. Ethan Fye getting a shot off and is stopped by the North Quincy goalie. Fye got a decent shot off to the goalie's right, but hit him right in the breadbasket. Goalie able to tie that one up. Again, another face-off lost by Nantucket. Austin Starr harassing the North Quincy players behind their net as North Quincy gains possession and is moving it up through the neutral zone now. Taking Carter Snell wide, deep into the zone. Oh, gets a shot off by North Quincy. A bad angle, but boy, I'll tell you, it was right on target. I don't know how he did it. Snell up to Lester wide to the right, gets a shot off. Knocked down by the North Quincy goalie. North Quincy again gaining possession in their zone, feeding it out to their right winger. Gets it through the neutral zone. As they go, they a little bit late getting the puck in. One too many moves by the North Quincy captain as he tried to get it into the Nantucket zone. His off-winger was about a half a step ahead of him. So we'll be out in the neutral zone now for a drop. Ben Lombardi back at the face-off dot. North Quincy again winning the draw, able to get it and dish it down into the Nantucket zone. Matty Davidson picks it up off to Simon Johnson. Tries to deflect it up, but unfortunately couldn't connect with anybody. North Quincy takes possession deep behind their goal. Tries to get it up through, but Nantucket's forced to clear the zone, so North Quincy gains possession again and works it up through the neutral zone. Comes up through the slot, picked off by Nantucket defense. North Quincy now trying to work it back down deep. Ben Lombardi gains possession in North Quincy's zone. Simon Johnson able to keep it in as North Quincy tries to clear it out. And we'll have a penalty coming up on North Quincy. It's going to be a tripping call against North Quincy. They tripped up Simon Johnson as he was coming across the blue line. So we're going to have another power play here for the Nantucket Whalers. So far for the Whalers, they haven't faced any penalties as of yet, which is a positive for them. They need to keep all their guys on the ice for the length of this game. I always told them it's always best to play a man up. I take that any given day of the week. Nantucket able to get a shot off by Kelsey from the point. Starr now trying to keep it in. Matty Davidson gets it out, tries to get a shot off. That's blocked by one of the players. Jenkinson tries to rip a shot close and is unable to connect. Kelsey from the point works it back down to the half boards to Jenkinson. Wheels it through the slot and gets it down deep to Lester. Working there, Lester rips a shot off. It's fended off by the North Quincy goalie. Whalers down, working it deep to Starr. Starr, Lester down in the corner, working it, reeling it, works it out back, works it to the front. North Quincy able to fend off Nantucket's attack and is able to clear the puck down. Nantucket regroups now behind their own net. Matty Davidson calling for the forwards to circle down deep so he can make some moves here to get the puck out. Works it back up to his right winger. Lester moves it up. Ooh, almost collides with Starr into the slot. Lester takes a shot and hits the North Quincy player right in the logo. We'll be having another face-off in the North Quincy end here, off to the right side of the goaltender. It should be, but yes, it will be. 30 seconds left on the penalty to North Quincy. Lombardi takes the draw. North Quincy wins it again. Working it behind their own net, trying to take possession. Lombardi harassing him. Gets possession, dishes it up to Fye at the point. Fye looking, deciding whether or not to shoot, dishes it back deep to Ben Lombardi. Lombardi working up the half wall, gets it up to the point to Fye. Fye rips a shot right into the catching glove of the North Quincy goalie. Nantucket working it okay in that little flurry there, unfortunately. Not able to get any real quality shots on the goaltender just as of yet. Face-off lost again by Nantucket. Comes all the way out around the boards to the neutral zone to Snell. Snell goes D to Fye. Fye banks it off the boards, making an attempt to connect with Simon Johnson. Unable to do so. North Quincy takes it. D to D pass, works behind the net back, and Simon Johnson standing there all by himself, picked up the puck, got a shot off. That could have been costly for North Quincy, not paying attention. And Simon Johnson being very effective, and I'll tell you what, right now, the North Quincy player knocked Simon Johnson right off of his feet for no reason whatsoever. And the referees are not calling a penalty on that. DJ Watkins calling one of the refs over for an explanation. That was as plain as day. That was a unsportsmanlike by all means of the definition that the referees let go. I don't know why. Let's play hockey, they say. Okay, let's play hockey if they're going to play it that way. And we got a game going, folks. Jenkinson wins the race down to the back of the net. Fighting for the puck against two North Quincy players. Still, North Quincy comes up with it. Squirts loose. Still trying to win it. Lester's still down there working it. Lester's trying to get it, gets it over, but is picked off by North Quincy. Loses possession again. Jenkinson and Lester, comes out to the point to Kelsey. Kelsey rips a shot and hits the top right-hand corner. Right up from the point. Kelsey rips a shot. Textbook shot. Great shot by Mary Kelsey. Ties up the game here with 5:08 left in the second period. Sees the opening and he puts it in. Right where Mama hides the cookies. Boy Garrett, good shot. Just the way we like them. And here we go again, folks. North Quincy wins the face-off, trying to move it out to the neutral zone. Can't. Five with a head of steam. Works his way in there, trying to work it. Puts it out. Ooh, he tries to dish it right across the goal mouth, but doesn't come up with anybody. Jenkinson fans on the shot now. North Quincy making a charge out of their zone, coming up wide to the right, looks around, Austin Starr gets it. North Quincy comes right back again, and puts it past Culkins. Defense has got to sharpen up. In a situation like that, they got to start playing the body. Play the body! Nantucket, North Quincy battling back and forth, goal for goal here so far. North Quincy now up 4-3. It seems like everything that Nantucket has been able to produce in offense, North Quincy is matching. North Quincy again now charging through the neutral zone. Little toe drag, moves it up along the side, takes a shot, it bounces off the boards, and Culkin's able to tie it up to his left. Nantucket really has to pay attention now to the way that their defense is handling these breaks into their zone. They have to be more physical with North Quincy if they want to stop their attacks. They're really just watching them come in and affording too many shots to be taken on Nantucket's goaltender. North Quincy now fending off a Nantucket attack. Gets it up through the neutral zone, trying to work it, but is fended off by the Nantucket defense. Nantucket trying to get it in. And now North Quincy tries to pick it up and work it, but unfortunately is met by an effective Nantucket defense at their own blue line. Nantucket now gains repossession of it. Fires it right into the Nantucket bench. There will face off in the neutral zone. Time and time again, one of the biggest things that has always plagued our teams is their inability to play physical hockey. At times they shine, at other times they stand back and they let the other team come walking in on them. And they need to break that bad habit. Jenkinson now in with a charge. Oh, and they're able to bounce one over the goalie stick. Jenkinson trying to make a pass across the front of the net, but mishandled the puck in doing so. It ended up bouncing over the goaltender's stick into the net. And a lucky break by Nantucket there, able to tie it up with 3:36 left. Second period now. It's been a goal-for-goal game, folks. North Quincy now trying to work it back into the Nantucket zone. unable to do so, but does gain. Ooh, and there's a late whistle there. I don't know what he blew that for. It looked like he was back onside, but referees called that one offsides. We'll have a face-off right outside the Nantucket zone. Star doesn't win it. The North Quincy bangs it way deep into the Nantucket zone on the face-off. 5 picks it up, dishes it deep ahead. That's a foot race trying to get to it, and there's no icing. I don't know why that was not called icing, but Nantucket back to Phi at the point. He fakes a windup, works it into the face-off circle, takes a shot from the face-off dot, and is stopped by the North Quincy goalie. Boy, I'll tell you, this is definitely an offensive battle, folks. Deuce now at the face-off dot, seeing if he can produce a win for the Whalers. And that's a draw. Nantucket in front, fended off by North Quincy. Simon Johnson in the corner, works it down around the back of the net. North Quincy bounces it out of the zone. Nantucket, Keith Johnson, oh, and that's a late whistle again by the ref. I don't know why he's blowing the whistle on that one. It didn't seem like anybody was offsides. Apparently somebody must have been offsides. They must have a player we don't know about, but we didn't see it from up here. North Quincy now trying to dish it down into the neutral zone. Not doing anything. Simon Johnson lays a good hit on a Red Raider here in the neutral zone. Matty Davidson back, dishes it deep around to Keith Johnson. Picked up by the Red Raiders who try to dish it out in front. Broken up by Kelsey. Kelsey now gets it up to Simon Johnson, who gets it into the Red Raider zone. Trying to toe drag around a player, it doesn't work. Red Raiders now able to get it up. Kelsey picks it off, fires it on net. Picked up by Johnson, tries to dish it out, but the Red Raider goalie breaks up that attempt. Now the Red Raiders trying to work it to one of their players in the neutral zone. Can't do so. But the Red Raiders pick it up again on the Nantucket blue line, dump it in deep, wrap it around. Red Raiders pick it up in front. Oh, and dish it across the goal mouth again. The Red Raiders take a shot on goal. Culkin spends that one off. Nice leg pad save on that. Red Raiders regroup in the neutral zone. Dish it up. Kelsey fires it down deep. And that's going to be called for icing. 1:33 left here in the second period, folks. It's a 4-4 game right now. Nantucket scratching back every time the Red Raiders go ahead. Taking a draw now. Little Gavin Phi on the face-off circle, trying to see what he can do. Red Raiders win that one again. The Raiders now working it through the Nantucket zone, get it up top, take a shot on goal. Excuse me, is blocked by the Nantucket defense. Pull a shot on. Red Raiders keep it in. Jumping attempt by one of the D-men for the Red Raiders, and it is called a hand pass. They're going to be all the way down into the Nantucket, the Red Raiders zone for a face-off. A lot of activity here. Back and forth between the two teams. Austin Starr in the circle again, trying to come up with a win. Another draw. Red Raiders now coming through the neutral zone, trying to do something with it as they're working into the zone. Red Raiders get it back to their point and go D to D. Broken up by Nantucket. Austin Starr banks it off the boards, trying to find Lester deep. Lester wrapping it around. He's picked off by a Red Raider player. Red Raiders tying it up deep into their zone now. Jenkinson trying to work something to get the puck free. Now the Red Raiders come up with it. Red Raiders up to the middle of the ice. Coming up on Nantucket's defense. A little toe drag through the middle. Take a shot. And he scores! Red Raiders again. Not playing the body by Nantucket. Nantucket just letting them walk in unopposed and getting shots up on James Culkins with no opposition at all. That is something that I would call unforgivable. The defense is just letting the Red Raiders walk in and get shots off when they should be laying on their back looking up at the ceiling. And the Red Raiders once again up 5-4 now. 38 seconds left in the second period. Nantucket winning, not winning the face-off again. Now coming up with the puck deep in the Red Raider zone. Trying to come up. Keith Johnson fishing over to Simon Johnson. Across the slot but couldn't connect. Now Natty Davidson waiting for the zone to clear. Broken up by the Red Raiders who lose the possession of the puck. Kept in by Simon Johnson at the blue line. Red Raiders still trying to get it out, which they do. Keith Johnson able to bat it in deep. Red Raiders come up with the puck. Trying to do something with it. I think they're just going to let the clock run out now. So here we are, folks. End of 2 periods. Red Raiders up 5-4. Nantucket still having to do some better work on their defense. We'll see if they can do better in the third. We'll be right back.